Hey everybody, it's Andrew and welcome back to Galaxy Girls. Right, the last we left off, that's still there, and so is everything else. Stereotypes, right, anyway. Upon entering the mechanics domain, I can't help but notice that the interior of the bedrooms has box-shaped electronics and thin DVD-like boxes scattered about. Konoha, may I ask where you got all of these things? What, the consoles and games? I don't know. I just sort of found them all in the luggage container yesterday while I was digging around. Took them because I figured no one else would use them. You were digging around in a luggage container? When? When you and Sarah were sleeping. Well, I thought I can do better now. Just resigns instantaneously. Okay, whatever. She steps closer to the TV before crouching down to fiddle around with one of the game consoles. Funny story, when I plugged this in last night, it had my old saves on it. Someone must have packed it for me. I see. That is awfully weird. Are you positive they aren't just similar? They're definitely mine. She stands back up and brushes off her knees. I always give my save files unique names. It would be too much of a coincidence if someone else chose the same names for every single game. Well, I did find clothes in my usual style in my closet. I suppose I planned ahead. Would be prudent, yes. The raven-haired girl picks two controllers off a nearby table and hands one to me. I instantly feel every muscle in my body tense up. Hey, it'll be fine. Loosen up. It's easy once you get the hang of it. Here, I'll play through the first chapter. You can just watch until you're comfortable with trying to play yourself. Alright. Wipe the sweat off my face and stretch my back. Ha. Ha. Okay. Why? Dang. You really got into that, didn't you? I've never seen anyone mash a controller so vigorously. The harder you press the button, the harder you will attack. The sooner you will get your move off. That's how that works. Totally. Absolutely. Works every time. Also, if you press the button more times, it means it'll happen faster as well. That also works. With the way you're using your fingers, I was almost turned on. Uh-huh. Really? What? It was just a joke. A joke. Very emphatic, very defensive, you might say. Oh, of course it was. It's like, no homo though. Yes, that game was very fun. I'd like to play it again sometime. Sure, no problem. You can come play games with it anytime. Well, as long as I'm awake anyway. Thank you. I don't want to sneak in your room when you're asleep or something. Maybe that turns me... No, and I'm not going there. If I just forget I said anything. It was a joke. A joke, to quote her. I take a quick glance at my PDA. I begin to panic when I realize the time. I had best be on my way. Time really flew by without me noticing. Yes, playing a fucking game will do that to you. Oh, I'll go do this one mission. Oh look, 5 hours have passed, and I've gone through several different locations. Unless you're playing like Fallout or something, and you've been through one area and you've looted it dry, and it has actually been 5 hours. Am I noticing right? Good night, Konoha. Sweet dreams. As I start to leave, Konoha taps on the shoulder. Wait. Here, take this with you. It's not safe to go alone. She hands over a small pile of DVDs, each with anime-style girl cover. Each with anime-style girls in the cover. These are some of my favorite animes. I excluded the gaudy ones, so don't worry. There's bound to be at least one you like in here. Promise. You keep saying that? I'm pretty sure you keep using that phrase. Thanks again, I'm sure you're right. Case is in hand, I continue towards the door. I place the pile of DVDs on a shelf before beginning to strip out my clothes off, piece by piece. Today's mission was undoubtedly a success. Are you sure about that? I'd call it a confusing mess. Unless that's what you wanted. Better than expected even. They'll be very pleased, I'm sure. Will they? Now, the real issue is going to be the other one. I have my doubts that we'll ever be able to get along. Well, either way, I have to follow my orders. For now. I turn my gaze back to the pile of DVDs I was given earlier. A smile curls onto my lips, and a certain warmth fills my chest. I still have a little time left before I need to submit my report, don't I? The next morning. I'm a little apprehensive about this, but they are the orders I was given. Besides, as captain of this ship, I must take responsibility for my crew. No exceptions. I heave a heavy sigh while I begin to pull out my outfit for the day. Oh, wow. I like this one. It's interesting. Oh, no point delaying it. Let's get this over with already. Just think of it like a band-aid. After taking the final, longer sigh, I step out of the door. I firmly knock on Sarah's door, then silently wait for a response. Oh, she changed too. Ellipses. So, it's you. What do you need? Are you taking me home yet? My face warps into a firm cringe. I'm so tired of that question. It racks me with guilt every time. No. Rather, I was hoping we could spend the day together. To get to know one another better. I must admit that we haven't gotten off on the right foot. You're telling me? Hilarious. Play your silly games all you want. I don't care. Just leave me out of it. It might have worked on that little girl, but I won't fall for your trick so easily. Trailing her around like a puppy. Quite disgusting, really. Ah, so you did know that Koha and I spent yesterday together. Good, that saves me time. That said, I'm not sure what you mean. There is no trick. It is simply important for a captain to familiarize his or herself with the ship's crew. Wouldn't you agree? Pretty it up however you like. It makes no difference to me. Like I said, keep playing all you want, but leave me out of it. So you say. However, I beg that you reconsider. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from cooperating with me. Can you not admit that it would be better for the both of us if we got along better? Or even if we simply came to a place we could understand one another? The blonde sighs and crankily waves a hand in the air as if it's a flag. Fine, have it your way. In the end, it makes no difference. Thank you, Sarah. I'm sure you'd like to freshen up a bit first. I'll wait here. Take your time. Sure. The music just cut off very suddenly. The lanky woman disappears into the depths of a room. I don't know if I'd call her build lanky, but if you say so. The door quickly closing behind her. When Sarah reappears, she appears to somehow be even more annoyed than before. Okay. Hello? Earth to Erica. Yes? Are we going, or... Oh, my apologies, you just looked like you had something to say. You assumed wrong. It's okay. Right, anyway, you ready to go? Obviously. This is gonna be interesting. Follow me then. I begin to walk down the hallway, Sarah slowly falling behind me, likely watching for any move that she finds to be threatening or untoward. Oh, we're back here again. We enter the dining area. While I step into the door, my companion continues deeper into the main section of the room. Well, why don't you take a seat on the, what? Why don't you take a seat and relax? I can apparently not read that sentence. Despite the offer, Sarah doesn't stop moving. No, it's alright. I'd prefer to cook for myself. I'll join in the kitchen. What's to make sure you don't put anything in her food? Left in an awkward position with no obvious alternative, I accept the situation as it is and walk into the kitchen. Oh, we get another... There is just fucking food dispensers, drink dispensers, like... Well, sure, I was gonna say, why would you have this or there's this, but right, these like toppings, not actual, like... Yeah, nothing substantial, it's just bits you put onto whatever you get out of here. Coffee. It's just a cup with little wavy things over it. Is that meant to be tea? Okay. As I suspected, this is going to be a real challenge. In more ways than one, too. Eep, I've never cooked with another person in the room before. Both of us begin pulling ingredients down from shelves and taking out cookware. Although the cooking area is spacious enough, the fact remains that we need to share the only available stove. It's inevitable that we'll bump into each other every now and then, literally or otherwise. Watch where you're going. You're accidentally topping me over. I'm sorry. Sinyok suddenly flew at me. I stumbled a bit. Well, whatever. I guess it's not a big deal anyway. Could she be warming up to me? No, I think that was just a moderate amount of reason shining through. I quickly shake the thought out of my head at the prompting of the smell of bread beginning to toast. Sarah and I refocus on our own activities and continue to attempt to maneuver around each other. As the two of us pull the chairs out from under the table and sit down our plates, we exchange impressed glances. Oh, interesting view. Alright. You're quite the cook, you know. You could easily do it professionally. I feel like an amateur when I watch you flip that omelet. We slowly begin to dig into our meals. Why, of course, I have to be. My fiancé can't cook. We'd be doomed if neither of us could whip up a tasty meal. The last thing we want is to be one of those families who only eats takeout. It's expensive and unhealthy. Yes, exactly. Uh-huh. Oh, and there's something very romantic about being able to have a homemade candlelight dinner in your own home. That's also very true, yes. I mean, furthermore, while I can understand people who don't have time to cook because of their schedule, being able to cook, is being able to provide for oneself in that sense. It's a form of self-reliance. It's just, I am not a good cook. I just recognize the value of being able to prepare a meal on your own as opposed to needing someone else to make it for you. I can't help but smile at Sarah's pure sincerity. So that's how it is. Very sensible of you. I would have thought it was a natural talent. Your movements all seem very purposeful and efficient. No, practice makes perfect, and it's simply easy to follow instructions. Unless you're me. Another reason, even when I have an actual recipe I'm trying to fucking read off of, I go back to the same 2 things every 5 seconds. Like, what was that step? It wanted me to do what now? Put that in here? Did it want me to put that in here now, or wait till later? That's a pretty decent example of how I cook. It takes about an hour to do something most people could do in about 10 minutes. And then it doesn't turn out well. Yes, that makes sense, exactly. More than that, I think it's wonderful that you improved yourself for the sake of your fiancé. Love seems to be quite the powerful thing. The blonde smirks in response. I didn't do it entirely for him, though I did do it for myself more than him. Less money wasted on fancy meals means more money to buy designer brands. I'd be lying if I said I didn't notice your sense of style. Good to know you have taste. When I was digging through my bedroom closet the other day, I noticed there was already clothes hung up. I've just taken the liberty of wearing the ones I like most. With only crumbs left on our plates, we both get up and head back towards the kitchen area. We rinse off our plates and utensils before carefully placing them into the dishwasher. On that note, the luxury of the fucking dishwasher. Mine was broken for the past week, only just got it replaced today. Oh, fuck. It feels so nice, I don't have to hand wash fucking everything again. So what now? First world luxuries, right? Why don't we go to the lounge to wind down for a bit and let our stomachs settle? Alright. In a polite gesture, I stretch one of my arms out in the direction of the doorway. After you. Sarah shuffles into the room and I trail behind her. What sorts of shows do you like? Or perhaps you'd rather watch a movie? Oh god, I almost said, I wonder if we're gonna run into the fucking space cadet. And I didn't even need to say it. There she is. Before I can receive an answer, Gotaha bounds into the room. Her fucking weeb senses were tingling. People are going to watch things, must suggest anime. Oh, hey guys. Heard you wanted to watch stuff. I brought several selections. The young woman takes a quick look around with curious eyes. What you doing? Gonna watch something? That's right. Inching closer. Well, I just so happen. Alright, then I guess I'll leave you two alone. Oh, really? That's surprisingly not you. Oh, it wouldn't be any trouble if you'd prefer to stay. We could all spend some time together as a group. I can't say I'd mind if you join us. Inching closer again. They're accepting me. Yes, my subterfuge is almost complete. Actually, I was just gonna hook up another console. I was just gonna hook up another console in here. I wasn't gonna stay. I'll just do it later, though. Wait, you were gonna hook up another console, but not what? Sorry for the interruption. No, it's something to apologize about. Are you sure you don't want to? Yeah, sorry. It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I have a pause game to get back to. I'm so confused, but I'll not question the whims of a mentally unstable person. Well, see you around. Goodbye. And she faces away. Konoha nods, then prances back out the door. That reminds me, how can she stay so positive in the situation? You seem pretty okay with this too, actually. Then again, I'm assuming you know more about what's happening than we do. You would be correct. Yes, it's part of the job. Konoha, I don't know. I believe that's just how she is. It would be wonderful if there were more people like her. I don't know about that. Oh, you mean to replace people like me? She says as the music gets suddenly tense. I avoid meeting Sarah's piercing gaze at all costs. Why did her mood shift so suddenly like that? Sarah's a fairly rational woman. I'm sure she understood what I meant. I didn't say that. No, but you implied it. Yeah, right. You didn't seem to know us beforehand. I bet you weren't told anything about us before we were forced onto this ship. In the back of your mind, I bet you're wishing they would have chosen someone else in my place, whoever they are. And I was sure that we were getting along better too. I guess it was just my imagination. Yeah, wishful thinking. She may appreciate the honesty, because as far as I can tell, her last statement, if I'm correct, I actually may have just forgotten, maybe, nah, I definitely didn't. I believe was her saying, like, you probably didn't know us before they put us on the ship, whoever they are. She may appreciate the honesty, or it may make things worse. This is probably a lie. Probably almost definitely a lie. And she may be able to tell. We're here now. Well, that is true, like, you know, we're in the moment now. Get over it and just try to try to cope with what is in front of you. That's the more reasonable, rational thing to say, but she may take it as deflecting, and she also hasn't seemed to really respond well to people saying that to begin with, so I don't know. I'm gonna be honest and hope that's the right thing to do. That's right, but you know, our opinions of each other shouldn't matter in the— oh, wait a minute. No, that's not what she fucking— ah! It was her saying something like, I bet you wish they'd replaced me, or it was someone else. It isn't— oh, fuck. Was that what she was— our opinion of it shouldn't matter in the least. I'd be lying if I denied that I prefer to work with someone who's easy to get along with. In the end, however, we simply need to cooperate with each other in order to finish the task we're assigned. Well, here I thought you'd go and lie to my face. Okay, so lying— oh, yeah, I definitely figured that wasn't the right option. Duh. Good for you, exceeding my expectations. Well, okay, I actually did forget what her initial query was. I got two things mixed up, but hey, it worked in the end apparently. Since you bring it up, why don't you tell me what exactly our task is then? Or did I? Okay, now I'm questioning myself again. I don't know what to think anymore. The world is falling apart around me. I take a deep sigh. I misspoke. I was referring to the stations we were assigned to as crew members. I apologize for the confusion, Sarah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. Bullshit! Guess you are a liar, just like I thought. Oh well. I won't deduct any points. At least you tried to be honest in your own way. Well, yeah. Bits and pieces of positivity, or rationality. I'm not a liar, please. There's no need to throw around baseless accusations. Sarah looks unimpressed by the attempt at pacification. Stuttering really doesn't help your case, sweetie. Never mind. I'm heading back to my room. This is and was a complete waste of my time. You already have a toy to play with, so leave me alone from now on. A dark smirk spreads across the blonde's face. Yeah, I'm quite sure if you asked your little doll to Stop, that's enough. Say what you like about me, but don't involve Konoha in this, and don't you dare reduce her to a plaything. She's a human being. You're taking this much too far. Not even deny that she's putty in your lap? Don't be dramatic. So what if we get along? Okay, I think at the very most basic definition of getting along, sure. But I wouldn't call that strictly getting along, so much as being able to cohabitate with her without conflicting constantly. It's clearly more than that, sweetheart. With that in other words, Sarah walks out the door. I collapse onto the chair behind me, exhausted, and rub my forehead frustratedly. What am I even doing? Even if I was the best choice with her calculations, I'm not sure that I'm properly suited for this sort of thing. This won't get easier, will it? I sit on the edge of my bed, trying my best to force myself to stand up. This is frustrating. I should go try to smooth things over with Sarah, but my legs just won't obey me. Sorry, the music kicked in and I really like it. Okay, is there even a point in trying though? It feels like we've hit an impassable roadblock. I suppose I'll try again later. Maybe a nap will help clear my head. Again with this I take the most seductive naps. I let my body collapse into a heap on the mattress. That girl is not a heap. Okay, that is a pose. You gracefully reclined into a seductive pose. My eyes slowly begin to drift shut at the sound of my own rhythmic breathing. And then my clothes materialize into a nightgown. I toss and turn on the bed. What is usually a place of comfort is, in this moment, a place of discomfort instead. I still can't bring myself to see her. Is this disgust? Hatred? Maybe just frustration? I'm not sure, I'm so confused. And to make matters worse, the commander was disappointed in my results too. Not that I didn't expect that. Well, I don't think I'll make any breakthroughs tonight. I suppose there's no point in forcing myself to think on it right now. I roll over for a final time before sighing and motion to turn the lights off. Having the lights on probably didn't help your situation, sweetie. The next morning. And with that, I'll end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.